Yeah, let me tell you a quick story. So sometimes in 2012, I remember I just graduated from the university, and I needed to get some documents, one letter like that from my local government. For the record, I'm from Offa, of a local government area of Kwara State. So I traveled to my hometown, and of course I met my uncle, who kind of forced me to go to the family house, telling me, how can you come to your hometown and you not get your family house like that? So I followed him, and then we got to the family compound. There's this man that everyone respected. Everybody keeps calling him daddy, 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 daddy. I don't know him. I don't even know how he's related to us, but I just know that everybody calls him daddy. So of course, okay, let's go and greet daddy. I followed, and then we greeted daddy. He saw me, of course, was trying to strike a conversation with me. He didn't know me physically. He just knew the son of who I am. And so I was like, oh, so Shegun, how you doing? How is everything? I said, I'm fine. He said, yeah, so how far have you made your papers? Which one are you looking for? Have you passed math? Is English your problem? What are you doing about it? You don't know me. And he just went on and on. I allowed him. He was just ranting. He was just telling me, make sure you focus on your own studies. You know your cousin, mention the name. He has been looking for maths for about 10 years now. I don't even know if that one will go to school again. This your other cousin too. It took him 5 years before he was able to know this or this thing. Just gained admission to Offa Polytechnic after several years. Just began to say a lot. And after he concluded, I looked at him and I'm like, sir, I'm not looking for any papers. As a matter of fact, I made my papers once and for all. And not just that, we are looking at the university graduates. I'm actually waiting for my call-up letter, and I'll soon be going for my NYC. He looked at me and was shocked. He said, how did you do it? For crying out loud, all the people that are your cousins, that are older than you, all of them are looking for their papers. All of them, even in this compound, we have many of them. How did you do it? You are going for NYC. Even our people here, many of the people in our compound, they before they graduate from the university, they will be over 30, so there will even be no need to go for NYC. And then was asking somebody, did you know anybody in this compound who has gone for NYC? I laughed, and then I told him, well, I'm different, and I've graduated, I'm going for service, and I didn't have to be writing GCE about. I made it once and for all. We had that short conversation, and then I left, and it got me thinking, and this is where I'm going. For every family, there is a pattern. Some of these patterns are generational patterns, and you can choose to continue flowing in that pattern in your family. Each of us have those patterns, whether you like it or not, except your bloodline is pure, that right from Christ downward, all of you are Christian family. God has helped you. You've been able to fight all your battles, but every family do have something that is peculiar to them, that is negative, and these things have a way of going down across generations, such that you just see the same pattern. And that's why you see some people who say, in our family, once we are 40, we begin to use glasses because we normally don't have good eyesight. Some people say in our family, our daughter don't get married until they get to 40. Some people say in our family, our daughters don't live in their husband's house. They end up sending them back to their parents' house. Those are patterns. And for me, I saw the pattern. I know some of my cousins who actually struggled through school. I saw the pattern coming down to me. Okay, I saw it ahead. But the difference was, because I was a child of God, I've given my life to Christ, I began to pray about it. I began to pray. I began to say, I don't want to be like this person. I don't want to struggle like this person. So I began to commit my life and my future into God's hand. The intention is to have that pattern break upon my life. And the thing was coming. It was coming to my family, and I began to see it manifesting a bit. Okay, so I began to break it, standing from the position of victory. Okay, so what I always tell people is that Christ has done everything we need. Everything has been perfected on the cross. So you're actually not going to fight any battle, but you are going to enforce the victory of the cross. You need to enforce it over your life. It can lie dormant. You can have, it's just like I have £1 million in my account. I have $1 million in my account. If I don't go to the bank, or to go to the bank to request and say, I want my money, I will never enjoy that money, and it will be sitting in the bank. It's the same thing with what Christ has done for us on the cross. So Christ has given us victory, but we need to enforce it. We need to enforce that victory over our lives. Enforcing it is taking it up to remind the devil that, in case you have forgotten, Jesus has died for me. One of the dividends of the cross is that I will be successful in life. One of the dividends of the cross is that I will live long. One of the dividends of the cross is that no sickness or diseases will come near my dwelling. So you take all that Christ has for you. So if you're in a family and you see that this pattern is showing, what do? You begin to resist it. Look at your family, look at the pattern, things that are common in your lineage, in your line, that are contrary to Christ. Because you are now a child of God, you can stop it. You can stop it by your prayers. You can stop it by appropriating the finished work of Christ on the cross. But you may be a Christian, you may be born again, may be righteous, and still suffer from some of these patterns. If you don't understand your identity in Christ, if you sit down and leave everything to faith, if you sit down and say, Jesus, you have to enforce the victory of the cross. You do this by praying from the position of victory. There are warfares, there are spiritual wickedness in high places. There are people that are bent on making sure that you don't fulfill your potential in life. What do? You stand from the position of victory, and then you enforce the victory of the cross, insisting that which Christ has done must find fulfillment, must find expression in your life. And most of the times when you do it and you break those patterns, it also breaks upon those that are coming behind you. I think I should stop here. I'll be sharing more of this in the days ahead.